The housing of the Lockridge device. There is 4 stators and 4 brushes. There is a slot to divide magnetic field of a generator side and a motor side. 4 stators are not exactly 90 degrees apart. There is 2 smaller stators and 2 larger stators. Brushes are narrowed to fit exactly 1 commutator segment at a time. John Bedini drawing says that the Lockridge device's magnetic fields was north-north-south-south configuration. Brush holders could be placed like this. Lockridge device schematic by Politics, an inventor of asymmetric DC motor. In asymmetric motors, independently energized coils are switched on then off, without reversing direction of current. Unidirectional pulses goes through coils. On Lockridge device, brush positions are adjustable. A is positive, B is negative. D is positive, generator. AB is input, DC is output. Motoring coil magnetic bisector angle. On the Lockridge device, wires are set alternatively. On the ordinary DC motor, wires are set continuously. 28 commutator elements. On the Lockridge device rotor, there is 28 commutator bars. Lockridge device may have dual windings, one for motoring, one for power generation. When one acts as a motor, another acts as a generator. Generator angle may be wider than motoring angle. Motoring angle may be larger than generating angle. This is the most likely schematic for the Lockridge device. Think of this more as a block diagram, showing the relationship of the component parts. Comparison, Lockridge, Bedini. As you can see, the machines are extremely similar. The Lockridge machine used a torque-enhanced motor driving an ordinary generator to run itself and light some light bulbs. The Bedini machine used an ordinary motor driving a drag-reduced generator to run itself and produce excess charge in the battery. For those of you who are finally catching on, there are dozens of arrangements that work. Any design that allows for a torque enhancement in the motor or drag reduction in the generator, or both, will allow for a working combination. For example, Politics imperial asymmetrical motor can drive mecha LTE generator. Imperial asymmetric motor is torque-enhanced motor, repulsion enhances torque. Enhanced torque of asymmetric motor allows to drive an ordinary generator, which powers up to 600 W load. 6 100 watt light bulbs. Monster pulsars reduces current consumption of imperial asymmetric motor without reducing torque and speed. Monster pulsar turns on only one of 4 gates at a time, goes through all 4 gates one by one. Quad monster pulsar is an electronic switching device. In asymmetric DC motors, there is 2 commutators. Independently energized coils are switched on then off, without reversing direction of current. Imperial asymmetric motor should work in repulsion mode to deliver high speed and high torque. Imperial motor low RPMs diagnosis 3 solution. Machine working on repulse mode and higher performance. Lenz's law in generators can be eliminated by delaying generator's armature reaction in the time domain. Delayed Lenz effect occurs above critical minimum frequency 1000 Hz. To get frequency above 1000 Hz, there is 20 magnets on rotor disc. Coil cores are made from met glass, a material with very low eddy current losses. In case of the Regenx coil, energy is stored between the windings in the electrostatic field where the windings act as plates of the capacitor, and air between them is the dielectric. For all intents and purposes, a Regenx generator coil when operating above its critical minimum frequency can be viewed as operating as a multi-plate parallel capacitor, storing energy internally electrostatically, and then releasing that energy externally electromagnetically. Each section of windings is at different potential due to wire inductance and resistance. As the frequency of operation increases, the impedance of the inductor increases while the impedance of parasitic capacitance decreases, so at high enough frequency the impedance of the parasitic capacitance is much lower than the impedance of inductor, which means that the inductor transitions from inductor operation and begin to operate as a capacitor. The inductor transitions from storing energy externally in the electromagnetic field and begins to store internally in the electrostatic field between the windings. Delayed lens effect turns electric vehicle regenerative braking into electric vehicle regenerative acceleration, allowing to recharge batteries while driving. No need plug-in to recharge. Right now, atmospheric CO2 levels are around 425 to 430 parts per million, ppm, with daily readings from sites like Mauna Loa showing values fluctuating slightly but trending upward, hitting daily highs near 424.88 ppm, as of early December 2025, and monthly averages around 426.46 ppm, November 2025, demonstrating unprecedented increases compared to pre-industrial times, around 280 ppm. Free energy technologies like the Lockridge device, Regenx generator, asymmetric motors will make gas-diesel engine vehicles obsolete dinosaurs. UFO Politics asymmetric motor will improve electric vehicle performance at high speed, while Thane-Hines regenerative acceleration technology will recharge EV batteries while driving. Free energy technologies may reduce Russia's fossil fuel export revenue, which funds war in Ukraine. Ukraine may be interested in Regenx generator to supply energy during blackouts, to reduce fossil fuel consumption in Europe, to boost FPV drone range. FPV drone motors are spinning fast enough to exceed critical minimum frequency of Regenx bifilar coil, when acceleration under load effect occurs. The performance of FPV drones can also be enhanced with asymmetric motors.